wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Murabahah, major in Sharia Financial Management Faculty Economy and Business Islam, State Islamic University Bandung. And I will now explain a little about akan, Murabahah. I will three discussion. Number 1, definition. Number 2, dalil and hadis. Number 3, pillar and condition. The word Murabahah is taken from the Arabic word, which means advantage and extra profit. Meanwhile, according to the term, Murabahah is one form of buying and selling goods at the original price, with additional agreed benefit. In another sense, Murabahah is a transaction of sale of goods by selecting the acquisition price and profit margin agreed by the seller and buyer. Payment for Murabahah sale and purchase agreement can be made in cash or credit. This is what distinguishes Murabahah from other buying and selling, is that the seller must notify the buyer of the price of the basic goods they sell and the amount of profit obtained. In Murabahah, the seller must tell the price of the product he is selling by, and return a level of profit intention. Murabahah can be made for purchase with a booking system. In Al-Um, Imam Shafi'i named this transaction with the term al-masir. In this case, the prospective buyer or buyer can order to someone, call it buyer, to buy a particular item he wants. Both parties made an agreement regarding the goods and borne by the customer. After that, both parties must also agree on some benefit or additional costs that must be paid by the customer. Buying and selling both parties is done after the goods are the hands of the buyer. Next, dalil and hadis. Al-Quran Surah An-Nisa 2019. A'udzu billahi minasy syaithanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ya ayyuhallazina amanu la ta'kulu amwalakum bainakum bil batili illa an takuna tijaratan aw taradin minkum. Sadaqallahul How you utilize not take one another's possession with vanity, except by the way of trade that at least with equal concession between you. Hadis. It was from Abu Sa'id al-Khudri that Rasulullah SAW actually buying and selling must be done like and like. Narrated by Al-Baihaqi, Majah and Sahih according to Ibn Majah. And last, the pillars Murabahah. 3 pillars Murabahah. Number 1, the contending party, seller, buyer. Number 2, exchanging object, merchandise, price. Number 3, sale or contract and kabul. Seller, contract, accept kabul. Condition Murabahah. Number 1, the seller tells the customer about the CO's capital. Number 2, the first contract must be filed according to stipulated pillars. Number 3, the contract must be usury free. Number 4, the seller must explain to the buyer if there is a defect in the goods after purchase. The last, the seller must submit all matters relating to the purchase. For example, if the purchase is made in the bid, so here we see be an element of openness. The conclusion is the Murabahah is a type of finance that fall under the category of sales with discretion, although not based on the Quran and Sunnah. In a fiqh study of Islam, this type of transaction was justified. The Islamic banks have issued Murabahah contracts in their finishing activities where goods are inflowed and banks have expanded their contract and its level. That's all the material I'll be giving. Thank you for apologizing if you have any wrong words or deeds. Please forgive me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.